Okay, so we're doing the dick off segment, or what?
Yeah, let's do a.
You want to do a take, or what?
Yeah, we got to do. So we got to. Let's do a take and then just let it roll, and then you hit the play button, and we head into the screw round for the first round.
Okay, yeah. So what
do you want me to try doing the intro? Maybe that'll get me more like excited.
If you want,
let me try doing one. It might get me going.
All right.
So let's just see how that goes.
Alrighty then.
Okay, you ready?
Here, let me double check. We're looking good here. Yeah, look straight. Okay.
You count us down and then I'll start going.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's the Quiz Man.
Yeah, buddy.
And his humble servant, Jeezy.
Yeah.
We're back after about 7 years, and as you can tell, I've only grown out. The Quiz Man's grown up. We're the same size now. So a lot has changed over the years. But one thing has not changed. It's the reason why we're here tonight. We are going to show you, in our opinion, the greatest horror movie, the Halloween classic.
Yes, sir. The original trilogy from 1978.
Halloween.
John Carpenter. Yep.
We're going to explain to you guys a little bit why this movie is so much better than especially those remakes that have been done recently.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie Rob Zombie first. Right. And then Laurie Strode comes back, the original, to do an ultra liberal
take
set of take.
Yes.
Where we have to bring COVID and all that shiz into the Michael Myers world.
Yeah.
Totally stupid.
Not cool, man.
Anyway, dude, as with a fine wine that ages over time.
Indeed.
We don't know because we never had it. But I can imagine that if we had a fine Mountain Dew that aged over time.
Indeed.
Then we would go back to an original and you'll see why we would go back.
Yes, indeed.
To a beautiful time when your boy was 8 years old. The Quiz Man was still not around yet for a long shot. It was a happier time, a more joyful time, an easier time when you could hitchhike across the country and usually not get killed. So without further ado, let's look at a scene from Halloween and what makes it so beautiful in our eyes.
Let's do it. Alright. I can splice this crap. This is going to take a minute for me to navigate this UI. That's pretty cool. The only problem is I don't think this remote has a back button.
I think we're gonna watch an original scene. Maybe we have to get out of the VCR tape and do it old school.
Yeah, damn it, there's no back button on this.
Serious?
Yeah.
Guys, I got this remote in like 1993 before I had my mental breakdown and became a psycho.
That's rough. Alright,
I think it was $35, man.
35?
Like in 1993, that thing was $35, man. It could run everything. Yup. Okay, guys.
Alright, guys, we got it loaded. Now, this particular scene would be trippy in real life if you saw all of this. So let's do it.
Let's have a look. Is this like worse than 7 years ago?
This fire.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
What's William Shatner doing over there?
This dude's messed up, man.
Costing wrote that fate was somehow related only to religion, whereas Samuels felt that, well, fate was like a natural element, like earth, air, fire, and water.
That's right.
You got it,
Samuel's
dude.
definitely personified fate. It's
Ooh.
writing.
Okay, guys. Now you understand what makes a true horror moment.
Oh, yes. Now I understand.
They didn't get that Halloween. What was that one? Kills?
Yeah.
When he just went around like whacking like 100 people.
Yeah.
So the thing that we want to illustrate here is the thing that made Michael Myers so scary
Yeah.
is that this could actually happen to you. Could you imagine sitting in school and you're just chilling, looking out the window, thinking about how bored you are,
Indeed.
and you see that staring at you from across the street? You might drop a load in your wares.
Yeah. A few, to put it politely.
Let's check out another scene from the movie that will
Yes.
illustrate our point furtherly.
Indeed. Let's go. Okay, it's the bush one, right?
Yeah,
The bush
yep.
one. Okay.
It's in the bush.
Yeah, it is. Ozzy said it
It's in the
best.
bush. In the bush.
Yeah, it is.
I think this is honestly my favorite.
This part?
Yeah, this is my favorite clip of the whole joint. First of all, if you notice, he goes by in the hospital car. I never really even realized that until years
Indeed.
after. That's the car he stole from the hospital
Indeed.
chick.
He's like, wait a minute.
The car probably needs a breakdown. Or at least a lube.
Well, the big C can hook you up with that.
So they keep walking down the road, talking about how one of them's a hooker.
What? I don't remember that part. That must be the director's cut or
The
something.
hooker leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, dudes, guys, this is like my favorite horror scene of all time.
Indeed.
Because
Oh.
that's just scary as hell.
Yeah.
Like, dead straight.
Oh, definitely.
And the fact that she's the only one that saw it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Such a great scene, guys. And, like, just the fact that he just disappears out of thin air when they go to check behind the bush is just, oh.
Alright, you're like, no freaking way.
Yeah, for real.
And then we got one more scene to show you that's another example of this kind of terror.
Indeed.
Let's check that
Let's
out.
take a look.
This is called the window scene. It might get a little dirty.
Wrong movie. You're thinking of Chucky.
No, I'm thinking of the dude that's up in the window. You were in that one video.
Oh, yeah, the Sentinel? Or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
Goes to look out the window, see what's good. Look who's here!
It's your boy.
And then he's not.
Oh, that'd be so... I wonder what that would look like for her. Does he, like, just disappear in the blink of an eye?
He must, right? Because
She
she was
just,
still
like-
looking at him, right?
Yeah.
Alright, guys, so there's 3 scenes from the movie, and what occurs there is the phone rings, she thinks it's him, but it's her pal.
Yes.
But then, if I remember correctly, the phone rings again, and then he's breathing all heavy and crap like
Yeah.
a porno star or something. So, guys, 3 scenes, in my opinion, that classify as true horror because they can happen in real life.
Yeah.
You can imagine some psycho creep staring at you out a window,
Yeah.
and then in your mind maybe even think they disappear when
Yeah.
maybe they don't. We know Michael Myers is known as the Shape, right? So he's some kind of entity that's more than just human.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think what we're trying to say here is that the reason why this movie is so good is because it doesn't rely on cheap scares. It doesn't rely on
Jump scares.
Yeah, jump scares. And
Loud noises.
loud noises. Yeah.
Lighting. Freaky lighty crap. CGI stuff.
So we watched the new reboot. The very first one was pretty good, but then the second one, he just goes around killing people. Like,
That's more of a Jason kind of thing.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think the reason why it makes Halloween and Myers so great is the fact that he doesn't really do that. He doesn't try too hard. In a sense, like, in this trilogy, he walks around.
Yeah, that's a great one. He just walks across the street.
Yeah, he just walks after his victims. They're running away. He just casually walks after them.
Lori's all hauling butt over to get the little kids at the house, and he's just all walking all across the street. So he's kind of got a cool factor, too, you know?
Yeah, he's all chill about it. I mean, like, think about it. He could teleport and crap. If he really wanted to, he could just teleport behind him, boom. It's a wrap.
Right.
But they build suspense. That's what's so great about this movie, is they build suspense instead of just kill after kill after kill. Because eventually you get to a point where you're like, yeah, you killed another guy. Woohoo. But in this, they're like building suspense. Like, oh, there's Myers, you know? Where's he at? They make you think about where he's at, what he's doing. And I think, in my opinion, that's what makes it so great.
Yeah, that's definitely it. And, like, these new movies, like the one in 2018... was pretty cool, except it had some issues, right? Like,
yeah.
They're going to take his mask to him at the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that part just, I couldn't dig. Halloween, was it that movie or Halloween Kills, though, where they did that whole scene where he walked through into that house and through and killed that chick?
I think it was.
Do you remember that?
I think it was Kills.
Because that was the same kind of scene that they did in Halloween. If you guys remember when he was a kid, through his eyes you watched him walk up into the house and then up the stairs and kill his sister and then downstairs and then... The only part, guys, this is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
The only part that I just kind of like think is kind of lame, I will say one thing, is when he's standing there and they're like, Michael...
Yeah,
and it's just like there for like 30 seconds and there's no moving. It just, I don't know. That was the only part, but...
Yeah.
But this movie was done on like a nothing budget. Like there were a bunch of college kids they used to do it. There were only a couple real stars in this movie. It was Laurie Strode,
her friend,
Jamie Lee Curtis, her first movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, she did really good. I guess, like, a little trivia for you guys, when they do the scene, when she gets into the closet, you remember that part right at the end?
Yeah.
Apparently, to freak her out more, the director was sitting right behind her in that closet and was, like, pushing her and stuff to freak her out. And then, of course, he comes in, she grabs the hanger and gouges him in the eye with it.
Yeah.
So that scene was way cool, but apparently she got freaked out because the director was behind her, like, doing that kind of stuff to her.
That's what's up.
But then, you know, you wonder, like, how human is he? Like, how does that work? Because, like, Loomis shoots him, like 6 times probably, is 6 guns.
Well, I mean, even before that scene where Jeeves is talking about, she stabs him right in the neck with the sewing needle, so...
Yeah, totally should have got him. Yeah. Downstairs, in the living room.
Yeah, and then the closet scene, and then, like you mentioned, Loomis shoots him, like, 5 times, 6 times, something like that?
Yeah, and he goes flying out
the balcony,
down on his back, and I mean, that probably really hurt somebody bad.
Yeah.
And then remember the tight line at the end? Is that the boogeyman?
Oh,
He's like, yes it is.
Yeah.
And then he goes walking out there to the end, and they show down, and there's nothing. He's not there. Guys, that brings me to the other element of this movie that we love. The music for this movie. That is freaking tight. It's one thing that many of the 70s and early 80s movies did. Think of Jason, think of Friday the 13th. All these Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all these great movies had
killer
songs or just or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And this one that just scare the hell out of you.
Indeed, yeah.
And it all just so in a wrap up here, guys. What makes Halloween 1978 so great is that it doesn't rely on CGI. They didn't have it back then, for one, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't rely on that. It doesn't rely on jump scares. It doesn't rely on terribly loud honks, that just come out and freak you
Yeah.
out or something.
Yep. Cheap skin.
This had to be done with like real things that could happen in real life that could
Indeed.
really happen to people.
Yeah, for
Right?
real. Yeah.
So anyway, great movie. It'll never be topped in our opinion.
No.
Movies are only getting worse, I think. Right?
They're all relying on nostalgia. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, and they keep redoing movies that don't need to be redone.
Exactly.
So we're looking forward to see if, like, say, a Trick or Treat 2 comes out. We almost think we don't want one because
I don't think
it's
can
going to
top
ruin
it.
it.
Yeah, I don't think they can top it.
But guys, we'll end with this. What's the real next question? When's the next Halloween trilogy coming out?
My bet next year.
Right?
Yeah.
So at the end, I don't know if the Queensland even knows this. I saw this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The director was asked if Halloween was done, and he said probably not. My version of Halloween was done.
Oh, yeah.
So guys, to put it real, that's all the Halloween we need.
Yeah.
Right there.
The original trilogy.
Hope you guys have a great Halloween. We're doing this on Halloween Day.
Indeed.
Hope y'all take care. It's been a long time. We will be back with more horror.
Yes.
Maybe we'll do a bloody Christmas movie or something like Black Christmas.
No,
That was directed by the same guy that directed A Christmas Story, by the way. All right, guys. It's Queezman.
Yes, it is.
It's a
and the
Jeeves.
humble servant, of course.
I would have done my Jeeves voice, but I don't think I can do it anymore. Take care, guys. We will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, sub if you haven't.
Indeed.
Share with the homies.
Yeah, don't be selfish. Come on.
Please comment, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.
From us and Michael Myers. We're out.
Peace out.
Guys, wrap that the hell